we've lost a little bit of definition on the face cam here, and I hope that you'll forgive me for that, and there's a reason for it which will come apparent next time you see a live show, so bear with me. But I've decided I need to do some more of these pre-recorded stuff, so you can watch me do painting and so on, and you can see me building things. And also, because of my conquest show, I ran out of time to build the Blight-Hauler, which I have right here. So that's what I want to do today. I'm going to build the Blight-Hauler, but hopefully I'm going to record it in a way that requires very little editing, so that I can get it out nice and quickly. So we'll see how this works out at the end, shall we? So we're going to get on with the Blight-Hauler. Hope you enjoy this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done it, and if you do enjoy the video, give us a like. But up until then, let's just get cracking. All right, come on. And we got the Blight-Hauler here. All right, so there we go. We're going to get this a building lovely. It's from the Conquest magazine, which I'm really excited about doing. So yeah, we're just going to get cracking on with this. And thankfully, this model just comes. It goes together nice and simply. Parts 1 through 13, nice and simply, and we do that in order. So part number 1 is the one at the top here, so we'll get that done. And what we'll do is, I'm sure, of course I'm recording this and I'm talking at the same time, hopefully that's going to help with editing time, so I don't have to narrate the video. So feel free in the comments below, let me know how this goes, and I'm sure that I can speed up any of the bits that get boring as I rewatch the video, rewatch it back. Alright, so we'll get this bit done. So parts 1 and 2, and we'll clean those off. Right, and a little bit of tip, whenever you're cleaning up from mold lines, especially with this because it's scaled, you can see that if I try and use the knife to scrape the mold line and go this direction, what's going to happen is my knife is going to catch under all of that, and I could end up breaking some of those tips off. So always make sure that if you've got things like this that are scaled, just scrape with the grain, and you got that. Always got one little bit that you have to do a little bit more than others, but other than that, just scrape along there nice and simply. Get those pegs nice and clear. It's going to be a problem for fitting it together. It is a push fit model, so no glue is necessarily required. And I said during the live show about this model, it might be helpful with it being push fit in terms of painting, because you can push it all together, but then you can also pull it apart if you need to. So I'm going to grab this, that points down into there. We've got a little, whoops, we've got a little peg going here. The ridges going. Yeah, so the ridges go that way with the little bits at the bottom. I do have the picture, the Conquest magazine, next to me, so I can make sure that I'm putting it on the right way. And then that goes on like that, and it pushes on nicely. No glue required, nice and stiff. Move on to part number 3. And then that just pushes on together like this, all lined up. Make sure we get those pegs in line. Along these lines. Those pegs. There's a peg there that I'm trying to get into. There we go. That's lined up. nice and square. I don't want to push it too quickly, because otherwise I'm likely to bend a peg. So I'm making sure that everything is lined up, it's all caught where all the pegs are, and then nice and carefully with even pressure across. Try and find as many points of pressure as you can find, and then evenly push the entire thing together over all the points. And then that one didn't quite push, so we then find the right pressure point to push those together there. There we go, going around, making sure that we're pushed together as best as possible. We do have a seam running right down there. Now we could run some green stuff along there. If we did that, this wouldn't be able to come apart, because it will be it'll be basically stuck there. So if we wanted to make sure, if we wanted to be able to pull it apart, we need to be careful. That is quite a big seam going on there actually, and I'm looking at this part of the model and I'm thinking, yeah, I could probably paint that as it is, certainly for now. We'll see what happens later on down the line, but I would be happy to green stuff that. So we'll see what we do, what happens at the end. What I might just do is just run a little bit of plastic glue along there, let it dry, and then sand it down. Plastic glue is great for filling tiny little cracks like that. It's only a seam. Plastic glue, it will just melt all that together, and then just use my knife to smooth that down, which I might do at the end of the video. We'll see how that looks when we finish building the rest of it, which we need part number 4, which is this alien head looking thing here, and scrape this off. Now, like I said, I would love to know what you guys think about this type of video, so feel free to let me know. I know there's not as much interaction as there is with my live videos, but that being said, I can talk about things as they come up. Have a little bit of a chat about it if I feel that there's some information to give, without having to try and remember what it was I was trying to tell you when I was narrating over it, and trying to also fit the narration with the video. That was quite difficult as well, and I think that's why I'm struggling to come up with some live videos, non-live videos, sorry, for you guys to watch. I do like the live shows, especially when you guys and gals, you're all sitting there and you're having a chat, and you've got some specific questions you can ask, and I can answer it there and then, rather than you waiting for me to get back to you in the comment section, which I will do if you do ask me a question. I do get back to people, but when I'm live, you're right there and then, you can get an answer there and then, which is nice for some people. Right, so we flip this over upside down, and then this comes in at the bottom there. We got that peg there, that one there. Line that up, just catch it, make sure it's all lined up, and push. There we go. That goes on quite well. Getting in here to paint might be a bit of a pain in the butt, but pulling off that section, once it's primed, it might weigh. There we go. Oh, drop the piece. Let me go grab that. That flicked off a bit. Yeah, it will come off. So I'm sure. Yeah, if I feel that I need to take that off, I should be able to. I'm still thinking about this, you see, just wondering whether I need to glue things together or not. So I'm pretty happy with that. And actually, to be honest with you, that section of the model just sits on the base, like there's holes in that. I now understand why the holes are in the back there, but that just sits on the base like that. So actually I might do that now, so that come the end of the video I'll be able to smoothen it off. So I've got some plastic glue here. I'm just going to put a dollop on there, make sure it's coming out nice and smoothly. Now, very, very carefully, let's get rid of the base. This along here is where it's also seam. There's a seam there, but I'm not too fussed about that. there is a little bit of a gap here, so we'll just put a tiny little drop of glue there, just a tiny drop right on the end here, and then very, very carefully put a bead of glue running along there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a tiny bead of glue running along that seam there. I want to make sure that the glue doesn't run along these ridges here or into the details, because if that happens, then the plastic glue will start melting detail away. I don't want it to do that. I just want it to pull on that gap. Come the end of building, I should be able to then scrape off that glue and leave it really nice and smooth for when we do priming and painting. I can give it a squeeze and that will just push that all together, and then when I scrape that off, it's going to be lovely and smooth. Give it a really nice bit of pressure there for a few seconds. There we go. So it's not perfect. There is still a little bit of a lump, but I'm pretty happy with that. It's not. It hasn't come through perfectly. I think you can just about see a seam running there. Maybe we could add a bit more glue to that to fill it up, but the plastic is melting, so I'm wondering what that will look like once I've cleaned that up. We'll leave it there for now. Okie dokie. So then we're moving on to parts number 6 and number 5. We'll leave that to one side. Parts number 5 and 6. Number 5 is this little arm thing here, and number 6 is this one here. Be careful of these pegs. They're not in the best of positions. They haven't attached the sprue in the best of ways. And again, this is a scaled kind of finish to it, so we need to be careful how we approach cleaning it off. Running along with the scales. Mold lines are in pretty good places on this, I have noticed. There's only a few areas where the mold lines are actually in the way of the model. Most of the time they're running along seams that, if you forget about the mold line, you wouldn't really notice it anyway. Like some Primaris models. Yeah, looking pretty good. Alright, so number 6. We got this pointing in that direction there. Number 5 comes along. We've got a peg that side and a peg on that side. Push them together. Oh, that's sharp. That's really sharp. Right, lovely stuff. Push that together there. And we bring the model in. It's upside down still. And we're going to put the lug in. Ah, they go on there, do they? Right, so it goes in there. It's there. Ah, we see there's a little flat spot on the side there that coincides with that bit there that sticks up. Could glue it, then you know it's not going to move anywhere. I'm not so sure I want to be gluing this down. I think I would rather it stay free so I can move that down, although having said that, that feels very, very flimsy. Look at how much give that's got, and that's not even, that's bending the plastic. Ow, that's sharp. Be careful, these spiky bits are really sharp. They will draw blood if you're not careful. That does not look like that's going to come out. Or is it very solid? Which is a a little bit of a shame. Once it goes on the base, this peg again, no it won't, this peg will be the one that goes into the model, into the base, but then once it's in the base it's going to be fairly secure. See, that's going to go in there, that's going to go in there, and that's really not going to move very much. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. It should be okay. Just trying to paint this thing with that still attached. Getting down into these down here is going to be quite difficult. But now that that piece is attached there, although having said that, now that I've done that, look at that. There we go. The whole thing comes off. So we could paint that there. There's only a little bit of what looks like flesh or, you know, growing bits down the bottom of this. They can be painted in the same way, and then that can be then glued back onto there when we're done. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see how the rest of the model comes. We've got the other track to do, which is the other side, parts number 7 and 8. So same deal here. And start seeing the overall shape of this thing. So that's coming nicely. So parts number 9 and 10, we're working on weapons now. Cleaning these off again because they're in half. The mould line pretty much runs around the outside here where the two parts meet, so you really don't have to worry about the mould line so much. Flat bit, you can see that that's going to be hidden anyway. It's perfectly flat. Just need to make sure we just cut off the lugs, clean them up. Pull it around. I do scrape along the edge there, but you don't really need to worry too much. And then on this one too. Push them together nice and evenly, and look at that, no drilling required, pre-drilled barrels, look at that. And this goes on to part number 12, which we'll put that to one side. Part number 12 is this funny massive thing going on here. So we'll grab this off. I'm just going to leave massive lumps of the sprue left on this. We can cut them off in just a minute. So we've got some mould lines on this bit to remove. Mould line goes round there. Being careful of those tiny little rivet things going on there as well. I should nearly cut that off as well. It's actually a broken spike. Supposed to be there. I'm going to cut that one off because I thought it was a lug that I'd left on the sprue, from the sprue. Be careful about that. sometimes I don't just fancy getting right in there against the model with the cutters, so leaving nice chunky bits of sprue allows you to really get in and manipulate the model around the cutters rather than trying to manipulate your cutters around the sprue. If you leave big chunks like that on, you can really get in there, as opposed to when the model's still on the sprue. You might find it difficult to be able to get that close with your cutters. There we go. And so this, all this does is just pushes straight onto there, like so. That could probably get glued on there actually, but that can wait until after we've primed and sprayed it. And then all we need to do now is the weapon on the other side, which is part number 11. Grab this off the sprue. There we are, and then that just pushes straight onto there as well. That's really tight on there. That no glue required for that bit. And then this, you got a lug here and a few just the indentations on there, little protrusions there. Not much in terms of contact points, but that just slides straight on into there. Look at that. And then finally we have the final piece, which is part number 13. And then this is basically just a cover for the front there. And an empty sprue. No spare bits with these push fit models. You don't tend to get many choices, so there's not really much in terms of spare parts. But to be honest with you, I don't even know if the Blight-Hauler has many options in the codex. I haven't actually had a chance to have a look through it myself, so I might not be missing anything anyway. That's all clean. Get this guy. We got two pegs here and two kind of extended holes there. Just need to manipulate it until you're happy that you've got both of the holes lined up. Kind of have to wiggle it around a bit. And you also got pegs in the tracks, don't forget, so they need to line up as well. Tracks are, like I said, they were a little bit looser, so we can have a look around. We can move them around, but also don't want to be pushing on them too much when you're trying to put the pegs in, which I think I've located them in there. Push that in there. There we go. I'm reasonably happy with that. Yep, I think that's nice and solid. There we go. So bring in the base here. The three pegs line up, well, they should line up with the holes on the base. There we go. One Blight-Hauler. Look at that. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to glue it down to the base. I will eventually glue it, but we need to paint that up first. And the only thing left for me to do now is have a look at the back here. That's reasonably tidy or dry. Bring my knife along here now and just scrape off any of that excess glue. like to do the same thing. So I'm scraping off slightly gummy plastic there where it's still reasonably melted from the plastic glue, which doesn't give you a very good finish on the back. You can kind of see that that hole, that seam has almost disappeared. Maybe another little bit of a run on plastic glue and give it, you know, 24 hours to dry completely. But there we go. I'm reasonably happy with that. What do you think? And what do you think about the way that I've done the video as well? Because you know, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm now going to edit it and speed up the bits where I stop talking, and you know, put a little bit of music on in the background, and cut to and add some credits and stuff. So we'll see. But let me know, what do you think? And yeah, bit of a dodgy camera for now. It's a hardware thing that will need to be upgraded eventually, but we're getting there. There is a reason why I've used a slightly lower camera that I had locking around, and you guys will find that out when I do some live shows. So let me know what you think, yeah? And if you did like the video, please give me a like, give me a comment, let me know what you think. If you've got any questions about the model that I've just built, feel free, throw them down there as well. Like, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing, you know what to do. And if you want to help the channel, you can check out all the various links to my social media and also my Patreon are all down there in the description below. But other than that, this guy's going to head over to the airbrush booth, and I'll get him primed up, and I'll probably do another video similar to this, painting it, where I'll just paint it on camera and then edit it after I'm done. You know, let's see if I can get some videos cracking out with this kind of way of doing it, shall we? Other than that, thank you all for watching this one. Alright, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.